All right, let's get to work on the first one, our first assignment. I'm working on a different computer. I'm not going to do this on my Chromebook. You can do it on your Chromebook. What you got to do is get into Canva first of all, whether that's on your Chromebook or on a different computer or whatever. So I'm on a different computer. I'm going to canva.com. I'm going to log in with Google. I will choose my account, and I'm in, ready to roll. What we're going to do today is just we're going to create a blank design and change the background and put on some images, and that's really about it. First assignment, right? So we're going to go over here on the left to create a design. And for the demo that I'm going to do today, I'm going to use a flyer. You wouldn't have to use a flyer. If you want to match what I'm doing, you could use a flyer, but that's what I'm going to use. You could use some other size. It's all about size, how big it is. All right, first stop is going to be, let's change the background. Let's look at things you can do to the background. Over on the left-hand side, there's a toolbar. One of the options that you have over on the left-hand side here is background. When you click on background, up at the top you have some solid colors. There's also this little palette button right here that would allow you to choose a color. If you do new color, you've got a color picker in here, and you could choose it that way, or you could use any of those color swatches that are available. Another way you can handle the background is, if I just click off of that palette will go away. There's a lot of images here that you can just click an image, and that will set that as the background as well. And now, if you ever see an image that has a little crown icon on it, that means it's part of the Pro account, and we're not going to work with a Pro account. A lot of these, though, when I float over them, you'll see a little pop-up that says free, and that means that they're available for you to use. So I'm not really going to care what you do with your background. You just either pick a solid color or an image that you have here, or whatever you want, right? That kind of looks like some bamboo or something. I'll go with it. All right, so the next thing we're going to look at is, what if you want to put images onto your design? You're working on a design, and you want to put some images on there. So what we're going to do is go to Photos over on the left-hand side. First thing I'm going to show you is how to work with photos that Canva provides. They have a library of photos, and you can search in the top bar up here for a keyword if you want to. They also have some categories here, like business. You see them up here, business and coffee and house and books, and they have a number of things up there. Or you can just kind of browse through the entire collection. Keep in mind, if you see that little crown icon, that means that it's a part of the Pro account, and you can actually add them. Like if I take this frying pan and fish, it'll add it onto the page, but it says Canva on there. It's got watermarks on it. It's got that little grid in the background. That's because it's part of the Pro account, and you have to pay for a Pro account. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be using coffee a lot as my like a topic that I'm working with as we go through these demo things. And I was thinking, yeah, I saw it back here. There we go. So coffee is going to kind of be a thing for me. Sorry. I just like it. So maybe like this picture of these coffee beans. I'll just click on that. All you do to add a picture is you just click on it, right? And then you can size it and you can move it. And there is a little round button below it that will allow you to rotate it if you want to. We're going to go into a little bit more detail in the next assignment about other things that you can do to this. But really, that's kind of it. Let's say I want to add another picture of coffee on here. All right, so I'm going to find another, kind of looking for a free one that I can add. That one looks good. So I'll click the picture. It gets added to the page. I size it, kind of, place it wherever I want to place it, size it down, work with it, however you want to do it. I'm not going to be real picky about what you do. This is about knowing how to do it. Now, the other thing I want to show you, though, is what if you want to add your own picture? You don't want to use something that comes out of the Canva library. You want to use one of your own pictures. And a lot of you probably know different ways that you can do this, but I'm going to show you a way. I can just have a new tab open on my browser, and I've already done a Google image search for coffee here, and let's say that I decide that I like this one right here. All right, it's got coffee dripping into that cup. So I'm going to do what you would normally do. I'm going to do a right click, save image as, and if you do this on your Chromebook, it'll get saved. It'll get saved onto your Google Drive. But I'm just going to save it. I'm doing this on a different computer, so I'm going to save it in my downloads folder. I'll save it. There we go. I'll hop back over to Canva here. And now if I want to put one on of my own, I have to go to Uploads over on the left-hand side. So I go to Uploads, and there's a button at the top that says Upload an image or a video. I want to go look in that Downloads folder where I just saved that picture. Date modified there. That picture that I was trying to use wasn't going to work, so I'm going to try a different one here. So I'll just found another one I like. I'll go File, or right-click, Save Image As. Let's go into my Downloads folder. Just give a file name there. Save that. Now I'm going to hop back over to Canva here, and like I said, to get my own picture on the document, I got to go to Uploads. I'll upload an image. I'm going to look at my Downloads folder. There's that Coffee 2 picture that I just saved. I'll open that up. And it gets added over here on this sidebar. You can see where I've added a couple of other images in the past. Right? So it gets added over here on the sidebar. So I'll just go ahead and click it. Size it, move it around, and do that, you know, however I want. Yay. All right. Bingo. So for right now, that's it. I've got my little coffee collage put together. So this is what you're shooting for, is just a document where you change the background and you have 3 images on there, and you can use images that came from the photos that are in Canva, or you can go save one of your own and use the Uploads link to put your own photo on there. Now, when you're all done, up here on kind of the top right-hand side, you'll see a spot that says Untitled Design. Let's click in there and just give it a name. I'm just going to call it Images. Sounds good. Give it a name. Now there's another couple of ways that you could proceed from here. You need to download it and turn it in. There is a download button right here, kind of up at the top right-hand side, that down pointing arrow. There's a download button there, and you could do it from there. You could also go over to the left-hand side where it says Home and go to all your designs right here. And then sometimes it takes a moment or two for it to catch up, but this little spot where it says generating, it's making a thumbnail of the design that I just put together. And so I would be able to, there's a ... up here, and I would be able to download it from that point as well, right? So I'm gonna do that. I'll click the ... and click the download. And a PNG is fine here. There are other formats. You could do a JPEG. You could do a PDF. A PNG is fine. So I'm going to do a PNG, and I'll just hit download. And you'll get a little thing that says preparing your design, and it will take a moment or two, and it'll say your design has been published. All right. Cool. So it's been downloaded, and then all I would have to do is make my way to my Google Classroom and just go to turn in the assignment. Just, click the link for turning in the assignment, add file, go find that file that I just downloaded, and I'm all done. In the next little episode that's coming up, we'll take a look at making image adjustments.